On August 23rd and 24th, dozens of golfers gathered to raise over $120,000 at the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians' 13th annual Chumash Charity Golf Classic. The tribe chose to donate the proceeds to local museums, including the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History, the Santa Maria Valley Discovery Museum, and the Maritime Museum.
They are a great resource for history and quality education programs for students in Santa Barbara County.
The Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History, founded in 1916, is currently undergoing a major transformation.
We're actually going to add program elements into your walk up to the museum. In the back of the museum, we're building a new permanent butterfly pavilion. And we're also renovating a whole series of our galleries. But the good news is we will never be closed during this whole period of renovation.
The improvements are being designed with an important philosophy in mind.
There's a growing body of research that shows that young people and adults don't spend enough quality time out in nature. So we want people to come here and re-engage with the natural world. Come play in our backyard. I guarantee you'll go home and look at your own backyard differently.
The Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History and the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians have benefited from a long-standing partnership.
The Chumash Foundation has supported this institution year after year, but actually we have had such a great relationship with the Chumash people, not just financial. We use their expertise and their counsel in making any decision about Native American programming. We have a fabulous Chumash Hall, which is visited by every 3rd and 4th grade class in the Tri-County region. And we have an ethnobotanic garden where you can learn all about the various natural resources Native American people managed in order to create amazing baskets for medicinal purposes and for food.
The improvements at the museum will be completed for a grand reopening in May of 2018. The Santa Maria Valley Discovery Museum has been helping children learn for 21 years and is currently 4 years into revitalization efforts to upgrade its exhibits and educational programming.
Our focus for our exhibits is to increase STEM education, so science, technology, engineering, and math, but also reading and writing and the arts. We try to do a little bit of everything so kids learn to be innovators and think for themselves and be creators and not consumers.
As is the case with many nonprofit operations, the Discovery Museum relies heavily on support from the community.
We were just thrilled to be a beneficiary of the golf tournament. We have a big gap in what it costs to operate our museum and what we bring in through admissions. Gifts from foundations like the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians are critical to us keeping our doors open every day.
The Discovery Museum is a resource that's pivotal to a sometimes overlooked segment of the local community.
We serve a very at-risk population here. This is the only educational learning center outside of the classroom that it really is available to them. This is where they can learn, have fun, engage with their families, learn more about science and the wonder of the world. This is it for a lot of our kids, so they deserve the very best we can possibly provide for them.
The Maritime Museum opened in July of 2000 and receives tourists from all over the world.
What I love about the Maritime Museum is it covers so many different things. So shipwrecks and ship models, commercial diving, commercial fishing, surfing, environmental disasters like the 1969 oil spill. It's really a varied maritime history here in Santa Barbara.
The Maritime Museum is another local resource for those interested in learning about Chumash history.
My colleagues back east like to brag about their maritime history goes back 500 years, and I laugh at them and say, well, ours goes back thousands of years with the Chumash. We have a tamal here, the plank canoe, which is so different and so unique. We just recently opened up the Chumash use of asphaltum, which talks about all the different ways they use asphaltum to decorate and make tools.
The Maritime Museum will use their proceeds from the Chumash Charity Golf Classic to continue their youth education programs.
We do a family night where kids come and do different activities here in the museum. We do science nights where we go out into the community to schools and do different projects. We wouldn't be doing the education programs and telling the stories that we like to tell here without that support. So thanks to the Chumash and to all of our supporters in the community, we couldn't do it without you.
Proceeds from the Chumash Charity Golf Classic were also donated to the Santa Ynez Historical Museum, and the Wilding Museum of Art and Nature in Solvang.
We've given to more than 40 nonprofits over the years, and we've raised more than $1.3 million as a result of our Chumash Charity Golf Tournaments. This giving back is a concept that we've passed down from generation to generation. At one point, our tribal members relied on nonprofits for support. Now it's our turn to give back.